again. Susanna here, your intimacy intuitive and angel intuitive and spiritual guidance counselor. But we're in pink today, so I want to work on the love end of the intimacy intuitive. So this subject comes up quite a bit, and it's, why do I always attract losers? Why do I keep attracting this kind of relationship and this kind of person? Why does this always happen? I could go back to, sorry, there's little skeeters, times where I thought that too. It's like, but each one would get better. It's like, oh, I'm not going to attract that kind of guy anymore, and get someone I thought was different, and oh, bam, there it is. Because I would still have this thought that, okay, when's the shit going to hit the fan? This sounds great. But, when we don't love ourselves, or when we doubt ourselves, and we don't feel complete, then we tend to attract those that are going to show us what's going on, because most people are a mirror for us. But Kahn said it best, and this is one of the greatest comments ever for you to remember. And he says, you attract what you judge until you no longer judge what you attract. Bam. And it's so true, because if we, and that goes also into the questions of why can't I trust in a relationship? It's because you don't trust yourself to make the right decisions. You don't trust yourself to choose the right person because you're still judging. You're judging yourself, so you're going to judge your potential partner. You're going to question everything that they do, because whether you're insecure or whether it's the way someone else treated you before, and you're going to end up creating exactly what you're trying to avoid. So, it's all about you starting out giving someone a chance. Sure, maybe they may end up being another jerk, and you got to move forward, or they move forward, or whatever. But it's not hating yourself and not judging yourself if you make those so-called mistakes. If you do the same thing over, it's a reminder to you that you need to look at that within yourself. If you're attracting someone now, when we say that to a lot of people, will say, well, I've never cheated on anyone, I keep attracting all these cheaters. It's because you don't trust yourself to be enough for someone, so that you're attracting people who need to go elsewhere. Even if they love you, or they're still getting it elsewhere, whatever. But when you quit judging that and quit judging yourself, because what you judge, what you focus on, you're bringing to you. That's basic law of attraction. And when you learn to give a chance, you don't have to get, I'm not living in a baseball game, so I don't give 3 chances. I'll give a second chance. Sorry for the weird little glitch. My camera kind of crapped out there, and had to clear some space and get it all reloaded there. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this out. It's getting dark too. So like I was saying, I don't live in a baseball game. I don't give 3 strikes. I do give second chances. But again, going back to what Kahn had said, as soon as we stop, judging, then we quit getting things that we judge, and when we easily distracted. Here we go. We're finally back. Finally get the camera working again, and now the puppies are being adorable, and little hummingbirds are everywhere. But yeah. As soon as we start giving, well, I don't even want to say giving chances. It's like being open to new experiences and being open to going with the flow and seeing what happens, and we can, everything works so much better that way. We can enjoy life, and we can, have more enjoyable experiences, even if even if it didn't work out. It's so much better if we give it a try, and we learn. We have these experiences, and then we learn what we like, what we don't like, and then we, if we have to move on, we move on to the next one. Again, it's like, personal thing. I finally decided I don't want this type of person anymore, or a certain type of person that I kept attracting, because I kept bitching about it and whining about it. And then the next one would be, oh, this one's so much better. They're so different. At least they're not like the last one. And then they would be exactly the same, because it would come out. And then I get tired of that. And then finally it's like, you know what? No, I'm only going to have this. I'm only going to have this type of person and this type of whatever. I had my list. And then the thing was, I didn't focus on the negative aspects. I only focused on the positive. So, you know, I said I would only attract a specific type of person with these traits. And I was still bringing in other people. I just didn't go out with them. I didn't engage. And I kept saying, you know, my life is, you work with affirmations, work with, you know, writing things down, set your goals. So you don't have to keep attracting the same kind of person. And, you know, find out what you truly want. I mean, that's what these experiences are about, and having these relationships that don't work. We learn so much about ourselves. We learn what we want, what we don't want, because we think we know what we want. Because sometimes we get what we want and it's not so great. But then we learn what we don't want, and then we evolve and grow. And that's little Baru. And Lou Bell over there too. She's quiet. And little buggies everywhere. But it's, you know, through these experiences, we know truly what we want, and we have that feeling of what it feels like to have what we want, what we don't want. And we turn the negative into the positive. So knowing what we don't want, we know what we do want. And we focus on that, we bring that in, we bring that to us. And then we stop judging. And we stop judging ourselves for attracting the wrong kind of person. What's wrong with us? It's like, no, we're perfectly imperfect. We're who we're supposed to be. And to find the right partner, we have to be ourselves. And let it go, let it flow. I like that, let it go, let it flow. So focus on that. Focus on yourself, loving yourself. Find the beauty in yourself. Don't dwell on anything you think is negative about yourself, because then you're going to attract that in a partner, or even in friends and business partners and such, workplace friends. So focusing on all the positive aspects, and anything you don't like about yourself, either change it or learn to embrace it. If you can't change it, embrace it and love that. When you love yourself, it's so much easier to be loved. Because if you don't love yourself, why would anyone else want to love you? Right? Makes sense. So I'm going to read this again as the mosquitoes are eating me because it's getting later. So you attract what you judge until you no longer judge what you attract. So, one other little quote I had noted here that he had also said, that Matt Kahn also said, whatever arises in your experience in response to what you see is revealing parts that need love. Because Matt Kahn's all about, whatever arises, love that. If we love even our mistakes, we learn to love more about ourselves, and we can laugh it off, and we can learn from it. We move forward. The more we love about our experiences, even the mistakes or screw ups or whatever, then the more is going to come to us that we love. Again, basic law of attraction. So stop judging, start loving, start the love right here. Because you can't love someone else if you don't love you, and no one else is going to love you if you don't love you. Why would they want to, right? It's like, if you don't love yourself, why would someone else want to? Again, we're saying that. So learn to love every little aspect, every little fingernail, little toenail. Me and my mosquito bites right now. All that fun stuff. So love yourself and start attracting love and good positive energy. And Bruce says hi. And Bruce says, where are you, Bruce? Where are you, buddy? I see his butt. There he is. Bruce says, have a beautiful week.